The poster. Please, the poster. Okay, here. Hi everyone, I am Dr. Sofica Bistriceanu. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to share here some data from my clinical practice. The title of my presentation is Heartless Work Toward Others Declines the Personal, Professional and Social Life. This is my poster. Next slide, please. Background. In the healthcare industry, the top requirements are alleviating suffering and saving a life. People experiencing distress expect emotional support from their loved ones and a professional attitude from those working in the healthcare system. Their feelings are determined by interaction with their loved ones and experts in treating disorders. The aim of the study was to highlight how medical professional communication style impacts people's life. Material method. The author performed a qualitative study in the community from 2000 to 2024 to explore the effects of medical professional communication styles on individual lives and society progress. Next slide, please. Findings. The medical professional insensitivity toward the patient suffering through their body language and inappropriate tone use disappoint the patient and decrease their willingness to work collaboratively. These effects determine a lower adherence to the therapy plan and can result in medical professional dissatisfaction with their work. Such a patient negative experiences can cause patient and their families to look for another healthcare provider from the offerings for another episode of care, which can finally affect the medical professional reputation and business effectiveness. People's inappropriate communication alter their emotional health, leading to disorders such as sleep disruption, depression, arterial hypertension, metabolic abnormalities, type 2 diabetes, and even brain hemorrhage. By contrast, kind-hearted work benefits all parties involved in a relationship. Next, please. Next slide, please. Action or no. I need another slide, not the last one in the poster. Action or taken. The author initiated informative programs in the community relating to the value of communication skills for people's lives, the effects of insensitivity toward others in suffering, and the benefit of kind-hearted or compassionate experience, business continuity, and personal career advancement highlighted. Results. People's attentiveness interaction with others was noticed, leading to improvement in their lives. Conclusion. Connection between people impact their mind activity and consequently restoring or improving health aligns with the vibrational model they use. Heartless behavior toward others affect everyone involved, including the patient, their loved ones, and the medical team. The communication style they use influence their health, career advancement, and practice standing. Next, please. Discussion implication. Individual behavior reflects one ability to process relevant data, make optimal decisions, and communicate. People interactions define them and create various impressions that can impact other relationships. Medical work efficiency is measured by clinical outcomes, patient satisfaction, family enchantment, increased investment return, business growth, and continuity, finally leading to a prosperous emotional, personal, professional, social life. Communication skills in clinical practice are essential for a successful professional social life and for assuring business stability and advancement. Heartless work toward others degrades individual lives. Communicating with kindness leads to better clinical outcomes and patient experience. Additional data. I will share additional data to this poster. Data referring to people interaction, general data, professionalism, general data, compassionate care significance in clinical practice, provider cold-hearted org effects on medical practice, provider cold-hearted org effects on society advancement, causes of the provider cold-hearted org in clinical practice, org impairment in the digital era, burnout, practice standing, artificial intelligence in modeling business size, conclusion, and references. Next, please. People interaction, general data. People must interact with one another to sell their products and buy other goods or services, as no one can produce or own everything. To do that, they collaborate in person or virtually. Although in-person communication is generally more effective, people often prefer virtual collaborative work due to its convenience and cost effectiveness. Virtual communication is less time-consuming and eliminates travel expenses. The product that people create represents their unique knowledge applied in real-world situations. Next, please. Next, professionalism general data. Individuals choose a profession that align with their intellectual and financial capabilities and personal preferences. Becoming proficient in a particular field requires developing expertise in a specific discipline, efficiently handling data in practice, and effectively communicating with customer partners. Conducting oneself by social norms is also essential to achieving success in both professional and social settings. All of these elements contribute to professionalism. Next, please. Figure number R, professionalism composite. I put in this figure the elements which compose professionalism. That means attaining expertise in the domain prepared for, fast and efficiently handling data in practice, have skilled interactions with collaborators, partners, build respectable, trustworthy relationships with customers, partners, prove sensitivity to people in need, offer emotional support in suffering, professionally share the presence, and adopt a personal conduct aligned with social norms. These two elements prove sensitivity to people in need and offer emotional support in suffering. These elements differentiate professionalism in healthcare industry from professionalism in other industries. Next, please. Compassionate care significance in clinical practice. The medical team must resonate with people distressed in clinical practice and offer compassionate care. People experiencing distress expect emotional support from their loved ones and a professional attitude from those working in healthcare system. Their feelings are determined by interaction with their loved ones and experts in treating disorders, which influence the clinical outcomes. Connection between them impact mind activity and consequently restoring or improving health aligns with the vibrational model they use. A medical professional insensitivity to an individual health affects both the distressed person and the medical services provider. Next, please. Next. Provider cold-hearted work effects on medical practice. There are three categories. Provider cold-hearted work effects on distressed individual, on the business trajectory, and provider cold-hearted work effects on them, on the providers. Next, please. Provider cold-hearted work effects on a distressed individual. These effects are a negative impact on the patient emotional life that decrease their involvement in decision-making. These elements determine a low adherence to the therapy plan, poor clinical outcomes, dissatisfy end users, patients, and their family, and finally, decrease patient preference and loyalty toward the medical provider. Next, please. Provider cold-hearted work effects on the business trajectory. These effects are a decrease in return on investment, decrease business stability, that decrease business growth, determine a negative business trajectory, and alter the production process. Next, please. Next. Provider cold hearted work effects on society advancement. The affected emotional life of the provider and end users alter the production process, society advancement, and public health. Next, please. Causes of the provider cold-hearted work in clinical practice. These causes are genetics, work impairment, burnout, disincentive work, or personal and social life failure. Personal and social life failure disappoints the producer. They experience sorrowful moments and do not want to engage more in joyful collaborative work. A disincentive work, inappropriate payment, dissatisfies the provider and decreases their compassionate care offering. Burnout leads to medical errors and decreases the provider devotion to the patient customer. Work impairment, accidents that alter mental health, chronic diseases, toxic environment, medical conditions. These elements can determine insensitivity to needed people, or another cause is represented by genetics. People who prove insensitive, who do not resonate with people with suffering. I will share in detail only two categories, work impairment and burnout. Work impairment in the digital era. Essential data. How much can people waste away from their background to remain influential in practice? It depends on lots of variables. Degree of the physical or mental impairment, duration of the disorders, personal, medical, and social history, and remedies. Disrupted perceptual, rational, and affective pathway and disturbed emotional life are in the lead of minor or significant disease with impact on work efficiency. Next, please. The degree of altered intellectual capacity or carrying out specific tasks finally settle on the decision to continue or stop for short-term or permanently the job in people's best interest and for themselves. How can we resonate with the suffering of a colleague? Our mission is to offer assistance as much as possible to ill individuals. For a person with a disability, emotional and technical support are essential to restore their health. Respectful relationship with them, encouragement, kind thoughts, friendly, gentle attitude, attentiveness in sharing bad news, preferable not in the evening, aid recovery, and define an individual as professional. Their investment returns in the form of appreciation and respect from the communities they serve. Next, please. Artificial intelligence facilitates faster diagnosis and treatment choices with positive changes. No one can be alone in the digital era, since there are many options for communication, relaxation, reflection, and even meditation using IT devices. They offer access to on-demand recreational and educational programs, updated scientific information, interaction with loved ones, relaxing and exciting discussion, musical programs according to individual preferences, movies, and lecture of interest. This way, the daily schedule is well organized and other routine activities improve clinical outcomes and assure a better life quality and expectancy. Next, please. Burnout practice standing. Provider burnout must be considered a critical factor affecting practice standing and by determining the customer negative experiences. A healthcare expert who accumulate fatigue often make errors in practice. Quality work, not workload volume, ensure a good reputation, personal satisfaction, positive patient experience, and loyalty, predicting a positive trajectory in business evolution. Medical data is not is now available online, which can assist individual in instruction that can stand in for a medical professional, informing people how to prevent and manage disorders. Next, please. Next. Transferring these tasks to virtual assistants with connected informative programs make their work more accessible and less time-consuming, preventing burnout. Telemedicine, on-site clinics, and remote work positively impact healthcare professional lives and reduce burnout. Advancement of technologies facilitates instant communication, following better decision in clinical practice with good results. Burnout represents a deficiency in maintaining human equilibrium and attaining a satisfactory societal existence. When combined with other errors in calibrating life value, we can assist in terrible consequences at the individual and collective levels. Next, please. Burnout decreases the provider devotion to the patient customer. The ability of an individual to choose a suitable workplace, have loyal collaborators, work in a friendly environment, and balance the stress when it arises with recreational activities, ambitions a successful way of life for themselves and others in a constantly evolving world. Next, please. Artificial intelligence and modeling business size. Traditional models exploring an individual's reasons for first choice from offerings using interviews or online service are quite applied. Artificial intelligence support provides a quick and accurate tool to explore area of interest. Using artificial intelligence, clients' experiences and preferences are quickly identified. Info collected to omnichannel is rapidly analyzed to fulfill people's expectations, finally increasing purchases and ensuring a successful business operations. Next, please. Artificial intelligence supply quickly detects and offers an ending to the problems of upset customers with positive changes. Patient sentiment analysis using artificial intelligence to integrate the touch points predicts the evolution of return on investment, which defines the business trajectory in a new, highly competitive digital medical market. As technology evolves too fast, its usefulness must be considered and rapidly expanded for time saving in this natural, visible, audible world where we are endowed with a limited existence. Next, please. Conclusion. Heartless behavior affects everyone involved, including the patient, their dear ones, and the medical team. By contrast, communication with kindness leads to better patient outcomes and experience, promote business development, and assure a successful existence in the community we serve. Next, please. At the end of this presentation, the audience will be able to identify the impact of medical professional insensitivity toward others in suffering, enhance their communication skills in clinical practice, and recognize the benefit of kind-hearted communication on patient experience, business continuity, and personal career advancement. Thank you for your attention.